I like chocolate milk.
God, I don't think I've ever seen you drink chocolate milk.
It's because I drink it in private.
That's true.
Like,
how do I know that statement is true?
I keep it to myself, like, because if you drink it around people, they're gonna want some.
That is true.
I'm not gonna share, especially I'm not gonna share it with you, Starklord. Like, I don't want you anywhere near chocolate milk.
That's fine, because I'm a bit of a chocolate addict. Don't need to see that.
A truck addict?
Yeah, I've been clean for like 3 years. I don't need any chocolate around me.
That's a bunch of bull. I guarantee you had chocolate within 3 years.
Oh yeah, no, I actually had chocolate about 5 minutes ago. There's M&Ms in the
I was
house.
gonna say, I guarantee you had chocolate today.
I can't help it. I can't say no.
Like, you're gonna have chocolate before the day is out. Like.
Yeah, no. Like as soon as this ends, I'm going downstairs, and there's M&Ms.
Oh, he's going downstairs, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Listen, I like that stuff though. I mean, Raisinets. I take Raisinets too. They got the chocolate cover. You know, it's good.
Raisinets are pretty awesome.
I'll eat some Raisinets now and again. They're not my favorite, but they will do in a pinch.
Like, I don't go out actively to buy, like, hey, you know, it's not snack food, but it's my go-to movie snack when I don't want popcorn.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Most people usually go for, like, I usually go for, like, the Milk Duds. Or if I'm feeling particularly fancy, I'll go for, like, some Sour Patch Kids or something.
That's too high class for my blood. But, and also,
speaking of, go ahead, go. Dude, say what you were gonna say.
Well, because not every movie theater has Raisinets. I've encountered. So when they have them, not every movie theater has Raisinets.
No, I don't believe you.
I believe him.
I don't believe you.
He used to work at one. I believe him.
I know, but I can't accept that reality. Raisinets have to be at every movie theater.
I believe the same thing. So when I see them and I don't want popcorn, I'm definitely getting them. If they're not there, then I might go for Bunch of Crunch or Munch of Crunch a Bunch or some type of M&M.
Bunch of Crunch a Bunch.
There's too many things.
Speaking of sour candy and candy that I never see anymore, anybody seen Warheads in the last decade?
Yes, I have.
I've seen them.
Where?
I see them during Halloween.
Target carries them usually in their candy aisle, or whatchamacallit, in the check lanes. We carry them.
You should also try Walmart.
I went to a Target the other day, and I didn't see them.
Okay.
They were sold out.
Okay, so we're going to have to take you to Margaret, not Margaret, sorry, I'm reading IMDb. We're going to have to take you to Target later today.
No.
Yeah, I'm going to Target later. And then we're going to stop over at Margaret's with our Warheads. Yeah. Seriously, I'm the only one who hasn't seen Warheads in like 10 years?
Yeah, you're the only one.
Dude,
I see them all the time.
They always have them out. I only see them at Halloween lately, but like at Walmart and at Target and a couple other stores that sell way too much candy, they always have them out. I think they have them at CVS. Pretty sure.
They got relegated to no-name brand status. There's still Warhead brand, Warhead candy, but they're in the big assortment bag that has Warheads, Smarties, and the rest are no-name off-brands. So, you buy an assortment bag of no-name off-brand, it's guaranteed to have a Warhead or 412 in there.
I've not seen them in ages.
Who makes Warheads anyways? Is that like a Mars bar group thing?
I don't know.
Google it.
I'm Googling it right now.
Like, you've got Google. Warheads
candy. Like, who makes Warheads? Work, Google. Don't freeze now. Oh my god. I think it's first. Warheads are too much for Google to handle. There we go. They have their own...
Did you just say Google the handle?
I keep reading words and speaking at the same time. Warheads are too much for Google to handle, yes.
Oh, I thought you meant like jiggle the handle, like when your toilet's broken.
No.
Like Google the handle.
Weird.
Who the heck makes Warheads?
This is very
America.
weird. For some reason, the Facebook won't let me post a status on our Facebook page.
That's because we have no status.
That's because...
there's been a clarification to the Imperial Knights on the GW Facebook page, and I wanted to announce it, and they aren't letting me.
Okay.
Too big to announce.
the clarification is,
you can't even tell us. You won't let him tell us.
The White Dwarf doesn't really state if they, certain things about the, Imperial Knights, and that being that they clarified now is they are not Lords of War, so you can use them outside of Escalation. You don't need to be playing Escalation to play them. They count as a primary army, so if you use them as a primary army, you have to pick one to be a warlord, and they're scoring units.
Weird.
They're scoring units? Okay, whatever.
Because they're an army, they can't win any games if none of them are scoring.
That's true. Yeah, I'm sure they'll be cool. I surprisingly have no interest in them right now. I thought I'd be really into Knights, and I'm not. It's sad. Side note, the reason Warheads is relegated to a no-name candy group is because they're made by a no-name candy company.
Really?
They're made by a group called Impact Confections, and I have heard of none of the other things they make.
Okay, now who makes Smarties? Look it up.
What else do they make?
They make the Lollipop Paint Shop, the Paintbrush Lollipop, Sidewalk Chalk, which is apparently a bubble gum, Soda Pop.
Oh, that's very confusing. That's very confusing for kids. Don't do that.
Yeah,
I
I know at least 3 kids have then gone, hey, Sidewalk Chalk, and put chalk in their mouths and not understood. Not understood what happened.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I do know this one. Champion Chew. Maybe James knows this one. It's a brand of candy.
Yes, Champion Chew. Oh my God, bring Champion Chew back.
Yeah, Champion Chew is made by the same people that make Warheads. Then there's Chomp and Bubblegum
what
Crayon.
It's fake. It's like the fake old school bag chewing tobacco for baseball players, but it's bubblegum.
It's like Big League Chew.
Like Big League Chew.
It is, and it's also it's NASCAR branded now.
Well, because everything's NASCAR branded now.
Champion Chew is like for the car people. Big League Chew is for the sports people.
Yeah, but it's still an old school bag type of thing usually, unless they're putting it in a box.
I think it is.
Okay,
so yeah, let me look up Smarties. By the way, for some reason I'm on Wikipedia, and the Wikimedia symbol looks a lot like the Tau symbol. I don't know, just check it out.
I hate you.
I am judging you right now.
Well, stop judging me and start talking about something that's not candy.
No, with the
how about the Guardians of the Galaxy trailer?
That's just candy for the eyes.
and the soul. It's not a trailer, it's a hug.
I have not seen a single negative thing about that trailer. Everyone that's seen it that's a fan like somebody awesome.
I can't take it seriously because there's a raccoon in it.
I'll punch you. I will come to where you are right now and I will punch you.
It's like that apple in 300. I can't take it serious.
Like that what?
There's there was this guy at work who was watching the movie 300. And the scene where they're killing all the dudes and Leonidas is just sitting there eating an apple, this person behind him goes, "Where'd he get the apple?" I totally can't take this movie seriously anymore.
That's terrible. And I'm being
surrounded. He got it from an apple tree, like from nature.
No, I do not accept your nature talk.
Like
nature does not exist in this world.
Like that person understands that apples do literally grow on trees, right?
And I always wondered if the person just didn't think they brought it with them.
But out of all things,
even if they brought no supplies.
No, even out of all things, though, not the fact that they always seem to be oiled up at all times. It's the apple,
or the monster with an axe for an arm.
Yep.
Like, or just giant ass. What was his name? The Persian god king guy.
Xerxes.
Yeah, like 9 foot tall Xerxes. Those no. Could accept.
People were bigger back.
Wait, what? What?
People were bigger back then.
What? Excuse me?
Oh, goodness.
I have a lot of data that disproves that, and I think James does too.
You don't actually own the data.
I don't, but we can get it from somewhere that's more reputable than Wikipedia.
Speaking of data, there was a cool little Photoshop that was like a picture that was white out except for Data's forehead, and it said insufficient data. I was like, I get it.
That's pretty good.
But anyways,
That is good.
Imperial Knights, real quick again. While they look good, I do like the way they look. I would have liked to seen maybe a slight, I don't want to say modernization, but a slight update to the look, because that's like the look.
Supposedly, they did that because they liked the epic version of them, and they wanted to make them feel more like their ancient machines that used to be used as, like workhorses and such on these planets during the Age of Strife. That's why if you look on like the gun, they have little hook placements on them to represent like they were used for pulling out construction stuff and jazz like that. They wanted to keep this their ancient look to them, and not that they've been updated by the Mechanicum.
I get that.
I guess.
I get it. It's just that, like,
that actually just kind of sounds stupid to me.
Like, I get why they kept the look. They could have kept ancient looking. It's just that, like, the old knights were based on the old Warhound. So, like, in terms of, like, not so much fluff-wise, model-wise. So,
that's where you're going with this.
I would like to, like, so with the new Warhound we have, it would be cool if they had, like, slightly different, like, look to them. I mean, I like the way they look, and it's also a good way of them going, hey, Imperial Knights, so you can play these in 40K, and for all the people collecting Horus Heresy era armies, you got your knights. So it's like, it's a good double-edged sword.
Now, here's a question bringing up knights and such. When you guys are playing any type of war game or anything like that, what makes you decide to purchase a model for your army first? Its look or its rules?
The look. Always the look for me.
Always the look?
Mm-hmm.
I go with look, and then I'll check the rules, and if the rules are obscenely stupid, like it makes fluffy kittens appear, then no. Or I'll buy it and use it for something else if I can. But look.
Okay.
For me, it's a little of both. Like, I pick an army for its overall aesthetic, usually, and for their fluff at the same time. Like the fluff and the aesthetic I like most together, and then I usually pick models that are decent rule-wise, or at least okay rule-wise, that look cool. That's why I have way too many Seraphim, because they look awesome and their rules are pretty good.
Yeah.
They're not that awesome.
Whoa.
They don't look that awesome.
Yeah, they do. They got jetpacks. Jetpacks and dual pistols always look awesome. It's a rule.
No, it's actually not.
Lady Gaga on a jetpack with pistols. I don't know.
Look, let me give you this way. Take the Rocketeer, right? Imagine how much cooler it'd be if you had two Luthers instead of one. Just start with that.
Right, that's the Rocketeer. I'm talking about Lady Gaga.
In general, any jetpacks. Sisters were before Lady Gaga, so stop bringing up the Gaga crap.
They look like Lady Gaga, and you've said as much.
That's not their fault, though. That's Lady Gaga's fault.
Starklord, you do play Lady Gaga whenever you are fighting with.
That's true.
But
that's because it's fun.
That army can never lose then, because they can just dance, it'll be okay, and then they'll poke your face. So relax.
You.
Thank you, James.
I mean, listen, Lady Gaga has got all bases covered with just dancing and poking faces. That's all I gotta say.
So what was that? What was that you were saying about the Smarties? Starklord, what was that you were saying about Smarties?
Smarties, looking into them, officially, the Smarties are made by Smarty Candy Company, formerly CD, or CD, C-E-D-E Candy, which has been around since 1949 and only makes Smarties for the most part. They make normal Smarties, Mega Smarties, Giant Smarties, Extreme Sour Smarties, Tropical Smarties, and other flavor varieties. So they're a company that just makes one thing.
Question.
Yes.
Which is bigger, the Giant or the Mega Smartie? And why haven't I seen these ever?
According to this, the Giant Smartie is smaller than the Mega.
And why haven't I seen a Mega Smartie ever?
Yeah, like, what country do they sell these in?
I'm missing out on life right now.
Hold on, my screen's dying. The candy company operates a plant in Union Township in Newmarket, Ontario, and was founded in Bloomfield, New Jersey. So
where are they Mega Smarties?
I think I think their business offices are in Jersey, but I think their factory is in Canada.
Okay.
That doesn't answer his question of where are the Mega Smarties.
Probably in Canada. Go invade this boutique national candy company.
I've missed out on life now because I only had traditional Smarties, and there's giant and mega.
Yeah, I've never seen anything but a standard Smartie.
I'm curious about the tropical ones.
Why would you be curious about a tropical Smartie? Sounds terrible. They don't have flavors.
Exactly.
They have colors.
Tropical Skittles, they're good.
Anyways,
speaking of Canada, I actually was thinking a couple of minutes ago. There's one thing that has been going on recently that I really don't understand. In the Olympics, the entirety of the Olympics. I'll get to that.
No one understands.
Recently in the Olympics, Canada beat the U.S. at hockey.
Yeah.
First of all, not a shock. That's like China beating us in human trafficking. It's just going to happen.
Why isn't that an Olympic sport? I mean, so many countries do it already.
That's right. The summer of okay.
But what I've seen is that there's been an enormous reaction on like Twitter and other social media. There was like with people like hating on Canada for it, and I'm like,
how can you hate Canada?
How can you possibly hate on Canada? Exactly. They're the least hateable country of all time.
Wait a minute. People are angry that the country that all they do in their spare time is play hockey.
Not sure they
won at hockey. Like it was like there was a hashtag that was trending on Twitter that was F Canada.
Wow. Okay.
And I'm like,
James
what?
And James, no, they just treat curling like it's a real sport.
Curling is a real sport. Go away.
It really is.
End of story. My question is this though, with the whole trending thing, how many of them were Russian people? Because they got spanked.
No, it was Americans. It was Americans.
So it was Americans being angry that America lost to Canada.
And like the tweets were like, "Oh, as if I needed another reason to hate Canada." Hashtag
you
F
don't
Canada.
have any reason to hate Canada.
I know, not true. Not true. I'm sorry, any Canadian fearless gamers, but that's where the cold air comes from.
I like the cold.
It's true, but I did love. There was one Twitter response from a Canadian who was like, "Oh man, the Americans are hating on Canada. It hurts my feelings. I think I'm going to go to the doctor for free." But like, I don't understand. Like, I get people love the sport and like want to see the country do well.
You know,
that
country
but
pride.
You're gonna get mad over it. Like, you're gonna get mad over Canada beating us at hockey. We're gonna beat them at baseball, and like, if it ever happens.
Look. The whole thing with the Olympics is you can't feel mad about the Olympics because it's supposed to be all the countries, competing over who's better at different sports. But who wins. It doesn't matter. It's the Olympics. Who cares? It's just supposed to be fun.
Furthermore, let's all just take a page. Let's all just take a page out of the book for the Jamaican bobsled team and just be happy that anyone is there at all and that life is happening. And
listen,
they showed up and their equipment didn't, and they weren't upset. Like
we gotta feel the rhythm. We gotta feel the rhyme. Come on, boys.
Bobsled time.
And they just gotta remember, it's not like G Gundam. Canada now doesn't control the world because they won hockey.
They should, though. Maybe they should. Really quick, there's one other thing people got mad at Canadians for also.
Justin Bieber?
No.
It
had nothing with Justin Bieber. So, in most of Europe now, from my understanding, but there's a lot of these at Sochi, and is when people really start picking up on it, there are these beer fridges strewn about that can only be opened by a Canadian passport.
That's amazing.
It's awesome. Like, you scan your passport, and it's a Canadian passport, it unlocks, and you can get, like, I don't know if you have to pay for the beer, no one says, but, like, it's just a freezer full of beer.
How did this happen?
That's fun.
Because Canada is awesome, and they care about their people abroad.
No, they don't. They care about
I'll
beer.
give them props for that.
Man. So you're telling me Colonel Canada, went over to Sochi and just started, dropping off freezers to be like, we must support our athletes.
Well, look into it. It's legit, and it's not just in Sochi.
I believe you. It's just, I'm picturing, the North Star. Or Alpha Flight,
or
running around Sochi.
Yeah.
They did Alpha Flight running around Sochi, installing freezers.
Yeah. Well, think about it, because sometimes Canadian needs a drink, and sometimes he wants to drink. I mean, everyone wants to be Canadians now.
Needs a drink. Dark Lord, 2014.
Listen. all the Olympics do every few years is it brings up a lot of false nationality, like pride for every country, because people pretend to care about the Olympics, but really everybody's like, it's figure skating, I'll watch it for the chicks, that's what they do, and bobsledding because they may wreck. And everything else is kind of there. If you like hockey, you watch it. If you want to watch curling and get confused, and understand the rules, you watch it.
Dude, it's exactly like bocce ball. How can you?
We should be, yeah.
But anyways, the
Okie
very rude. But the
that was very rude.
I don't know. I just wanted to say that. But
That was amazing.
The thing is, like, Russia's doing okay now in the Olympics type of thing, but like they got really like an upset defeat in hockey for so early on. They expected them to be farther along than they were, and there's a really funny thing of politicians, like people Photoshop politicians like from Russia putting on hockey. You're like, I'll take care of this myself. But I was looking up stuff as far as gold medals and medals go, and it's not a gold medal, but Kazakhstan has a medal, and I'm really curious what it is, because has they ever seen snow? Like, I'm really curious what they, and I forget another country that actually got gold something, but I wonder what they got a medal in, just for the sheer fact of how do they train for that? It's about 170 million degrees out to train for bobsledding. It's like, what do you...
Kazakhstan can get snow. It's like, it's east of the Ukraine. I'm sorry, I'm looking at
but I mean,
I have no idea where Kazakhstan is.
There's getting snow, and then there's getting snow for Olympic training.
Yeah, well, that's what indoor facilities are for, and a lot of countries...
fake snow.
Quite a few countries actually will send their Olympic people to, like, other countries to train.
But I'm just curious, because, there's, like... I'm just picking Kazakhstan because it's the first one I saw jump out at me, and they were towards the bottom. There's another country that has 0. But, these I want to say, not pro-level countries, just because they're not really focused on doing this necessarily, per se. Some countries just, they're probably more concerned about public and national stability than training somebody for curling or whatever. But I'm curious, like, for example, the Jamaican bobsled team, or something like, I know it's, that is, a bunch of horse pooey, but, like, how do you train for something that your country doesn't possess in terms of, like, snow, whatever it is?
Carefully.
With extra padding.
Yeah.
Like, are they pulling somebody on sand dunes with a Jeep and they're on a snowboard and that's how they train? Like that, because that would be awesome, number one.
Actually, one of...
You saw Cool Runnings. You know how this works.
Yeah, James, actually, there are, I think, a couple of the English snowboarders go on dry tracks, like, with no snow.
That's a dry track. That's not the sand
that's going down, that's the same as going down a sand hill. It's going down a hill with no snow on a snowboard. It makes no sense. A lot of them actually do crap like that.
It makes perfect sense. I want to know.
Listen, we know the answer to this. We know the answer to this question because we've seen Cool Runnings.
They put wheels on.
That's how they did it.
They just stuff themselves in freezers.
That's part of it.
They did do that.
You gotta train for the cold, obviously.
Listen, first you have to find John Candy.
Well,
that's step one.
That's it. No one else can do it. Just John.
Just
Candy.
John Candy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just
confirmed.
Now, well, I was about to address that. John Candy is dead. However, if you've also seen another referential film, which would be Weekend at Bernie's, you can still pull it off. You just need John Candy's body.
Yeah. And plus, how do you know that wasn't all staged so he can continue training Olympic teams?
Oh no, John Candy's dead as hell.
You never know. He could have just said, "I gotta die." No one asked me for movies.
He was too fat to live. He's dead. But his body has yet to decay.
Here's a question.
Because of all the preservatives that he was eating.
Cool side thing. Apparently, we sent Canada some beer for winning.
Yeah, they probably
cool.
now.
Wait, like Fearless Games?
Yeah,
no,
Fearless Games. We have our own brew. We developed our own beer.
Just to send to Canada?
It's called...
It's called Drink It.
Wow.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
We gotta make it now.
Oh my god.
And then we can sue everybody who's ever said the word drink it.
Oh my god, it's called Drink It. Here I was trying to come up with like a pun. Like some kind of like
No pun.
bravery or courage pun.
Nope.
And
Nope.
then James is just like, it's called Drink It.
No, but apparently, I guess the Samuel Adams Beer Company sent, I don't know who in Canada, but somebody in Canada, like,
Some random
people. It just says
Some
congratulations
dude
to our
got-
forever neighbors on the label.
Just some dude just got a package and it says congrats for winning, and he opens up and it's just beer and he's like, what did I win?
He's like,
That'd be fantastic. It's just something like they didn't even ship it. They drove. Some dude from there just drove to Canada.
Just like-
some random door.
knocked on the first door he saw.
It said here.
Congratulations.
Drink up, bitch.
That'd be perfect.
So, also speaking about things involving Canada, let's talk about Detroit. And by Detroit, I mean RoboCop.
Oh,
Well,
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet
I
either.
wanted to, I just haven't gotten around to it yet because
I'm
like
hoping
I've
to
been
see it
sick.
maybe on Tuesday or something.
Yeah, it was.
Robin's been sick, so we haven't done much.
It was an enjoyable movie. I enjoyed it. I have a question though, and it has nothing to do with the trailer. How is The Purge getting a sequel?
Dude, I have no idea how
Okay, yeah.
crazy-
What was?
Because
What
the
was the
family
first
doesn't
thing?
know not to open the door after the first one.
It's about different people. It's like a completely separate side story, it looks like. By the way, I didn't see The Purge,
Oh,
so I don't
right.
know.
It's that one where like
It's
all
that
of a
one
sudden
that the crime is legal.
Yep.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably gonna see it.
Well,
I
yeah,
haven't
like,
seen the first one.
I thought the first
I-
one didn't do so well.
It didn't, but
That never stopped horror films.
Exactly.
Sorry,
It never stopped horror
Like,
films.
And you know what I'm interested in? Because I just saw the movie and now I'm excited for the sequel, is Machete Kills Again in Space.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Machete kills.
There's
That's an
there's
actual thing that's gonna happen.
well, see what happens is in the beginning of the film they have like the Grindhouse trailer and it's go see Machete Kills Again in Space, space, and you're like, okay, this is real funny, and then at the very end the credits explode. It goes, Machete will return in Machete Kills Again in Space. And I'm like, holy crap, it's actually happening.
I didn't actually get around to seeing Machete Kills. I wanted to.
Well,
It's
But I
fun.
didn't get the chance.
you can buy it. So watch it. It was
a
fun.
good movie, and
It was fun.
the trailer in the beginning for Machete Kills Again is hilarious.
Yeah. Now,
Okay.
you know what I'm not looking forward to?
What?
What?
Noah.
Oh, God.
Why would anyone be looking forward to that?
That was like someone saw 300 and said, you know what? Let's just make 300, but if we throw in a biblical name, people may see it thinking it's the real
Well, no,
story.
No, dude, you
that's
don't even want to know.
That's actually Pompeii. Pompeii was made by people. Some of the
Yeah.
producers who did the
No.
100.
Noah?
Yeah, Noah doesn't look anything like 300. It looks closer.
Here's my
to-
question about. Well, when the water kills a bunch of people, it kind of like has like 300-esque moments to it.
Yeah,
but
but like I'm saying, the plot looks a bit more like
Yeah. here's my
inspired by
question:
Braveheart.
why didn't anybody else just build a boat? Like, oh, he won't let us on. Well, because they come
Because there's
early.
only one person with the knowledge. Only one
I-
man has the engineering chops to build a
So,
boat.
from my understanding, like, at least just from my understanding from it is in the way I always interpret it is that Noah didn't live in a really popular area. He was like populated area. He was kind of like on his own, so no one even knew he was building the damn thing.
No,
No,
we're,
they
we're
did.
talking about in the movie though, Biz.
Yeah.
Oh, in the movie.
Yeah, in the movie, how like
Oh.
the king shows up and he's like, "Let us on your boat," and he's like, "No," and then they
Oh.
want to kill him for his boat. It's like I
See,
figure
this
it's just because no one else knows how to make stuff float.
They don't. They don't
Okay,
understand floating.
that's a classic. I didn't see the trailer because I have no interest in this
Yeah,
movie.
no, this
You
movie...
really need to go watch the trailer. You have to go watch the trailer right now.
The only
need to
trailer
know how
I've
you
seen
react.
The only one I've seen is the one where the guy stabs the sword in the ground and then fire spews out everywhere, and I'm like, how, what, where is this?
It's the golden bronze... Okay, actually, it's not gold. It's the bronze sword. First off, really quick thing, because one of my friends worked on the movie. Sorry. That sword, they whined about so much, because they wanted the guys that made the sword to actually make that sword out of bronze. And
okay.
I don't know if you know this, but bronze is heavy.
It is.
So, like, they're like, you really don't want to do this, it's going to be way too heavy. And like, no, it has to be actually made out of bronze. So, like, fine, we did it. And it weighs over 50 pounds, because he wanted a sword made out of goddamn bronze. So no one could lift it when they brought it out. So
I'm watching number 1 trailer right now.
But I only know one person excited for that movie, and that's only because they made half the props for the movie.
Well, it's understandable.
Yeah.
If you had some sort of investment in the film or something, I can understand you wanting to see.
Yeah, and like
I don't, because then you get movies like Deathbed, the bed that eats people. I'm pretty sure nobody who did anything for that movie was excited for it to come out.
But to say it one other time, like the props, I'm gonna say look really good, and I saw them when they were making them. Like, I wish these were used for a good movie and not something called Noah. Because when I was like, they were making the props, I'm like, so is this a sci-fi movie? And they're like, I don't know. I'm confused too. But it looks cool. I was like, yeah, it looks cool.
So is that guy with the sword supposed to be an angel or something that struck down with his fiery sword? Is that what it's supposed to be?
I mean, that's like a fiery, like, angelic sword, I think.
No,
I have no idea what the background of the sword is.
What happened is that the ground was really, really dry and really, really rough. And when the sword struck the ground, it sparked. And everything just caught fire.
Only you can start forest fires with a sword.
Hey,
exactly.
Good to know. It's good to know.
You should really be careful of those dryness indicators when you go to the national park.
You really gotta watch yourself.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, Pompey's in theaters, by the way. I didn't know that.
What'd you say?
Pompey's already out in theaters.
Yep. Yeah. I can't believe they made that movie. I can't believe they made 300 too. Also, like, I'm like, really?
Yeah, I was like, really, because it wasn't like almost like. Something like 7 years or so before, after 300.
Yeah. What bugs me is, like, why don't we do, like, the historical thing and not do the sequel to the 300, but actually do, like, the actual battles that happened after Thermopylae, which were kind of cool, and actually explain how...
Because nobody cares about history, Stark-Lord. People care about oiled fake abs and, like, monsters with axes for arms and complaining about apples.
You know what? I do like monsters with axes for arms. That is kind of a good point.
I will punch you.
What? How could you not like axe-armed monsters?
That was like the worst part of that movie.
Okay, maybe that one sucked, but think about Bataxtra from Dexter's Lab. It had an axe for a face, an axe for fingers, axe for feet.
But that particular episode was a Godzilla ripoff.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, the Godzilla trailer looks hype as shit. Like, it's gonna be great.
For it?
Yeah, there's been a trailer out for it. Are you kidding me?
I haven't seen it.
I saw it in theaters.
I didn't. I saw a RoboCop, and I didn't see Smog. I feel bad about that.
It's so good, dude. Dude, the Godzilla trailer is so good.
It looks.
Oh God, I'm getting the vapors just thinking about it.
Vapors?
Yeah, I get. That movie looks. I'm going to be so stoked. I'm seeing that at midnight. There's no question about it.
Dude, that's going for Guardians. And if you guys don't come with me, you're not real comic book fans.
Well, you didn't join me in all the other midnight adventures I've been going on.
That's because I have to wake up for work at 4:00
in the morning. We have early jobs.
Excuse. I have early jobs too. I still go.
What time do you have to be there?
4.
In the morning?
Sometimes.
That's okay, fine. I don't have to be there that early.
But do you do midnight things when you have to be there at 4 in the morning?
Sometimes.
He will if it's Godzilla. He's gonna. If it's Godzilla, he's gonna do it, and you're probably gonna do it too.
I can wait a day. I'm almost 30. I can wait a day.
Yeah, I used to do that. Like, I did that once. We went to see Superman Returns, and yeah, that was probably
a bad idea.
It was.
That was a bad idea.
Super late.
Killed it for me too.
Yeah, we saw it super late. I got home at 4:40 in the morning, and I woke up 20 minutes later to go to work, and that's the last time I did one of those.
No, that's not true.
What?
We did Dread.
Yeah, but that was, I didn't have to wake up the next morning for work. Or at least not ridiculously early. Dread, I didn't have anything the next day.
I actually just watched Dread again on Netflix.
Isn't that a good movie?
Dread is a great movie.
Bad.
It does not get enough credit.
It's exactly what it should have been, which was, dudes getting shot.
Dudes getting shot. So what's
that's all you need.
No. Dudes getting shot, man. All right,
dudes getting shot and Dredd being awesome.
Well,
Dredd was awesome
while shooting dudes.
Yeah. While shooting dudes. Listen, what's my motivation? To be awesome while shooting dudes. All right, you can't
be
smile.
Doing it. Always be angry.
You can never smile. You have to look as butthurt as possible at all times.
Yes. And if you don't, then you ruin it. It's for everyone.
That is true. That's how Dredd operates. Everybody should know that.
Yeah.
So yeah. Because you brought up G-Gundam earlier, that reminds me. I tried watching this Gundam Age.
Well, the model kit thing.
No, not Build. I don't know. Not Build a Gundam. It was Gundam Age. It came out in 2012.
Okay.
I know nothing about Gundam.
I'm not really a fan because of the art style. Like, you go from it, the Gundam looks good enough. The Gundam looks like a cross between Gundam Seed and Gundam Down Below in terms of art style for the Gundam, while still looking exactly like the original Gundam. Because all the main character Gundams have to look in some way, shape, or form like the original Gundam. That's a rule there.
Because the RX-79 is like the best weapon of all time.
Well,
RX-78, sorry.
So this looks just like that, but it's called like Gundam Age Normal or whatever. And the concept for it is cool. The drawing of the human characters are kind of lame, especially because it's typical kid pilots it. But he's drawn like a cross between Pokemon and Digimon characters. Is how like the people are drawing it. It doesn't quite fit for me in the Gundam universe. But the thing about the Gundam, it has the Age system, and the Age system lets the Gundam basically like auto-evolve almost in a way, and builds weapons based on combat data, based on what he's fighting that can better fight the enemy. So it analyzes.
So Gundam Evolve 2, Super Gundam.
In a way, but like it can actively build it, and it can build it mid-combat. So you can be fighting something, it has enough data. I've only ever seen it do this once because it's kind of not a chore to watch it, but I can only watch an episode at a time, and that's it. I can't like watch 3 in a row because of the art, really, for me. But like it builds it mid-combat and ships it to him, which was it's a cool concept. It's like, hey, you survived combat long enough, and you can't kill this thing. Here's how you kill it now. But it's all right, honestly.
That seems a little silly to me. I don't know what it is, but it just seems silly. I build a new gun on the field. That just seems a little weird.
He doesn't build it. It's built on the mothership.
Okay, it's built on the command ship that they're in, and they launch it to them.
The Age system.
Okay.
The factories.
That makes a little more sense now.
Yeah. And it ships it to them. So it's a cool concept for like a Gundam, I guess. Like, oh, your weapon's ineffective against this. Now here's this. And the enemy mobile suits I saw were pretty cool. They look very reminiscent of the flag from Gundam 00. But it's just, I don't know, it feels too much like it's a weird thing, because on one hand the mecha looks good, on the other hand the people drawing doesn't. So it's like a mesh of two, like...
We spent billions of dollars on drawing these Gundams. Crap, we have to draw people now, don't we?
Well, I mean, it really is. It's like Pokemon / Digimon people characters.
Oh.
Which version of Digimon?
Like when they first, it's got like, for example, the hair. He's got spiky hair, but you don't draw the spikes well. It's just like spiked with color. There's no like. It looks like he's got one big blob of hair.
Okay, I get what you're saying. It's that kind of style, not normally.
It's for me because all the Gundams thus far, well, I'm not going to say realistic. They drew it in, I guess, a more serious tone, except for SD, but we don't talk about that.
Well, yeah.
And this one is drawn in a different. It's just for me as a fan of the series.
Let me take a look at these images that I'm seeing of it.
Yeah.
These kids look extremly young.
Yeah, exactly. They're like 12 and 14 piloting Gundams.
You mean like those Gundam
that's
pilots?
That's my anime claim forever. It's like, why must it always be the kid hero? But,
because of Shinji.
But, you know what else I was watching? Just because I could, because I found it. Rurouni Kenshin again.
I've never actually sat and watched that in full.
I used to catch it on the Cartoon Networks, and this one is not that one. This one's actually like, it's still dubbed, which is fine, I don't care. I actually like the way Kenshin talks in the dub. But, it's just...
Oh, that Yoda thing?
Yeah, it's cool because he's he's got his little reverse blade sword. He's super fake samurai thingy, but it's really cool. I like it because it's got enough lighthearted moments, but it's not too it's not too lighthearted all the time. It's kind of like Trigun in terms of how you have it serious and you're lighthearted. I wondered, did the people who did Trigun do that show?
No, I don't think they did.
I don't know, but I did find out recently that they did uncover an actual reverse blade sword.
I didn't know what that means. That apprentice got told to go out the door.
There was a style of sword.
Go home.
There apparently was a style of sword that was made in feudal Japan where it had that.
Well, yeah, that could very well be true. It's just funnier in my head going, the master coming and going, "What are you doing? You built it backwards."
And it looks like the Stark Lord has been dropped.
But it's
not surprised.
Yeah, he might come back.
I'm gonna call him again.
Hello?
It should just be funnier.
Hello.
Sorry, how much did I just miss?
What did you do?
Not much.
I just
he lost audio again, and Trigun guys did not do Kenshin.
No, Trigun guys did Trigun and Gungrave.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, because
Trigun.
Whoa, did you say you don't like Trigun?
No,
that's fine. Plenty of people don't.
Is this the first time you've heard me say this? I've never liked Trigun.
We don't like any of the same anime, do we?
We both
like Tiger and Bunny?
We both like Tiger and Bunny. We both like Sword Art Online, and we both like Muggy.
I've never seen Sword Art Online.
Sword Art Online
is so good,
but you won't watch Attack on
best.
Titan. You won't watch Attack on Titan, and that was good. And you don't like Trigun or FMA, and FMA is the best.
I won't. I don't want to watch.
It was good the first time around.
I don't want to watch Attack on Titan because the Titans look friggin' stupid. I don't like FMA just because I don't really like the world, and it's the same thing with Trigun. I don't like the setting. I'm not saying either one of them is bad. It's just not for me.
Can we at least all agree that Outlaw Star was good then?
Outlaw Star was good.
Outlaw Star was awesome. Let's be honest.
Outlaw Star was great. End of story.
One of my favorite episodes is the one that never aired on Cartoon Network because of
too much hot spring action.
Yes, I love that episode.
That episode actually brings a lot of background to the world with a lot of stupid,
Yeah, and the caster shells. You learn everything about the caster shells in that.
Yes, you do.
You really do.
And it's funny because he just randomly appears with them, and you're like, where did he get these? I never saw them took a break.
Yeah, no, they throw one line in the American dub when they don't include that episode, just saying, we made a quick stop and got some more shells. Awesome.
Yep.
Which is fine damage done, but I mean, that's cool. And has anybody else seen Kenshin but me?
I never finished
some of it.
Kenshin.
I've seen some of it. It's not bad. It's just I don't know.
I like it. It's lighthearted enough, and it's just the character. I like the characters really, except for the bratty kid. But the guy who used to have the Zab, whatever. I can't remember the name.
The Zadaichi or whatever.
The guy with the symbol bad on his back.
Yeah, he was cool.
He was cool.
The only villain.
With the Zanbato, the giant sword.
Yeah. The only one I remember was the dude wrapped in bandages who had no skin, so he had no sweat glands or something, so he overheated if he fought for too long.
I don't remember that too much because
that was the final guy.
I caught bits and pieces of everything, but I just liked. It was just, I don't know, something about it. It was just enjoyable.
It was a good show. I never got to see the whole thing, though, like you said.
Yeah.
Me either, but by watching that and watching something like G Gundam again and watching other animes, I don't exactly know the animation process anymore that goes on, but are they going to do it's not like it used to be, obviously.
No.
Well, sometimes they still do some of the tricks, they still do the oversized image to do the pan-ups and such to save on money and the like.
Well, yeah, and the reusing of, especially in Gundam. Oh, we gotta blow up the same mobile suit? Alright, we'll reuse this image 50,000 times.
Each time.
But, I miss the actual animation, as it were, of the old school, not old school, because these aren't the oldest, but now at times it's the kind of old school, that older anime style of drawing, it's as dumb as it sounds, it's kind of like old records, where the imperfections kind of make it better.
Yeah. It really just comes down to the fact that it's just cheaper to do things with digital modification. It's not. It's not affordable. I mean, eventually someone will sit down and do the labor of love and do like people still do stop motion, but they do stop motion for the sake of doing stop motion, and it's more expensive. It takes forever. And it's the same thing with animation.
I understand why they do it, and it looks fine. For example, Gundam 00, art visually look great.
Oh yeah.
When it's done, it can come well. Then you got stuff like Gundam Age and some other stuff where it's kind of like, I feel because it's cheaper to do, it's almost an excuse to make just push the product out and for anything, not just anime. When things become cheaper to do, it's like just push the product out, people will buy it, and it's the quality kind of diminishes a little bit sometimes. That being said, totally. In the old school way, there are plenty of terrible looking things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's not the point.
I think it comes down to, again, just presentation. I'm not a fan of CG characters with animated backgrounds, but I didn't mind Tiger and Bunny because of how it was done. If it's done in a way that's good, it can be really great.
Yeah, pretty much everything is about execution.
Yeah. That reminds me now? I want to watch Zoids again.
Oh my god, Zoids? Really?
Okay.
Which one?
Zoids is one of my favorite anime of all time. Both of them are my. I mean, okay, the first two. Everything after New Century Zero can go die in a fire. But oh my god,
I was always
Zoids
confused. I could never tell which was which. What was supposed to be first and what wasn't.
New Century Zero takes place after the first one, the name of which I can't remember.
Now, is the first one the one where they're the kingdoms fighting each other with Zoids?
Yes, the first one was more pure anime with an actual plot, and there was that weird chick, and then the second one was the tournament. Yeah.
I love the tournament one. That was what I got
the tournament one
with, and I loved it.
I personally consider the tournament one, New Century Zero, vastly superior, because it doesn't suffer from a really convoluted plot that doesn't make any sense.
Right.
Whereas
so I do remember the first show. At one point, I was like, I have no idea what's going on anymore. At least at the second season, you always knew what was going on. Okay, tournament, dude trying to win.
You know what? I felt like that every time I watched it. I had no idea what was going on. Bobo.
Oh, Bobo. Wait, Bobo.
Yes, Bobo, I think.
There's 7
Who cares?
Bows, if I recall.
Oh, I never understood anything that was going on when I watched it.
That's because the show wasn't supposed to be understood.
It was great because of that.
Not even plot-wise, just in that episode, I would watch it from start to finish and go, what? Like, how'd they end up here when they started over here? But
it was very much they would just do what they feel like. It was very much a show about almost nothing.
Yes, it really, really was. But that's okay, I guess. But it's just that's one of those shows that you watch.
It's like Shin-Chan.
Yeah, and
Shin-Chan was awesome.
I like Shin-Chan. It's great.
Shin-Chan was okay.
No, it was also great.
The ending theme is amazing.
12-ounce mouse.
Oh my god, 12-ounce mouse.
Is okay.
My favorite was the bear monologuing.
Just do you guys remember Super Milk Chan?
Unfortunately, yes.
Why does that sound familiar? Is that sculpture thing?
You dumbass.
No, it's not that sculpture thing.
Yeah.
Super Milk Chan was like a kid's cartoon, but they brought it onto Adult Swim anyways.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
It was
a mistake.
Not good.
Hello, Mr. President.
You know what? I don't remember that boy detective thing he got back into. I guess a
Case Closed.
Case Closed
was actually pretty
good. In Japan was called Detective Conan, and it's super good.
But
I liked it.
My favorite thing from Cartoon Network was when they were showing the commercial for it, and the guy's dead with a knife in his back, and he's saying, "What happened?"
Yes.
I killed him.
We're pretty sure any cause of death. We're pretty sure it's the knife in his back, sir.
I love that. Yeah. It was fantastic.
That was one of the best promos they had.
Yeah.
That show was good. I enjoyed it because within it there was never a crime. There was never a situation where when they explained how it was done, there was never a moment where I went, "No, I don't believe that's how it happened."
Right, which is always good.
which was like, okay, I could see this being how they did it. Like, it was very believable.
So they watched Murder, She Wrote and copied them, got it.
Basically. Not CSI, but that, yes. You know what I missed? A lot of people kind of have mixed feelings about the show, and so a lot of people don't like it, and people do. I really miss Yu Yu Hakusho.
Dude, Yu Yu was fun.
Yu Yu was fun.
Yu Yu Hakusho was great.
I loved it, but like, I got encountered just by looking up stuff for it, and this was back because of Stony Brook when there was that whole crew there.
Yeah.
A lot of people are against the show. I'm like, what do you don't like about a feel good beat 'em up dead not dead guy?
I think the best was what was it? There was this group Team 4-Star was answering a bunch of questions or something, and at some point they were talking about different cosplays or something, and Nappa goes, "How about Bleach, Vegeta? It's like us, with swords." And Vegeta went, "I like that show better when it was Yu Yu Hakusho, and I like that show better when it was called Dragon Ball Z."
It's true, and that's how I just finished watching G-Gun again recently, and I'm like, I know why I like this, because this is like DBZ Light with robots. I don't have to wait 15 episodes for a 2-minute fight. There's guaranteed to be a fight in every episode.
True.
Gundam fight!
Yeah.
Near the end, there was less fights.
Yeah, but that's because they had epic fight time. It was okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, epic fight time always trumps this random fight time.
Because it was like, they had like 5 episodes in a row of giant battle with robots punching each other. Therefore awesome.
Yeah,
but,
you really can't argue with robots punching each other.
You can't. You just
any word on a Real Steel sequel?
No, I wish there would be, because Real Steel was the best Rocky movie ever.
It really was.
My mother, it's hilarious. My mom and I were watching that, and I said, because I told her, like, oh, it's really good. I'm just like, just warn you, it's kind of corny, you know, so expect a little bit of cheese with this film. And she's watching it, and then it gets to the ending where it goes, "Son, your robot has been called the People's Champion. What do you have to say?" And she goes, "I can't take this movie seriously anymore." I was like, wait a minute. The film was okay with giant robots hitting each other, but the People's Champion, that was the deal breaker for you.
I wouldn't say giant robots, but oversized robots.
They were giant.
Look, all I can say
they were as tall as Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
They were as tall as Andre.
All I'm going to say is if we could have that technology now, I would quit my job, and I would go purely into doing that for a living.
Oh, I would too.
So
and the thing is,
I would be your manager that goes, "You're a bum! You're a bum!"
Oh, my robot's a bum. I'm an idiot. No. So, you heard it here then first, Fearless Gamers. If we get robot fighting, Fearless Gamers will go into it. Like, legitimate punching, boxing, fighting, not robot battle bots, which was cool. I love battle bots.
Yeah. Battle Bots was still cool. You know how many times I saw Real Steel in theaters?
3.
Too many, I bet.
No, I saw it with the Stark Lord. I saw it with you, Matt. I saw it with another friend of mine, and I saw it with my parents. And I might have seen it while. And then I own it.
So exactly as many as you needed to.
Exactly.
By the
That's
way,
4 times I've seen episode 1 in theaters.
If we had a Real Steel robot, I think we would have to call it Courage Crusher or something like that.
No, I need a better name than that. That's
call it Drink It.
What'd you say?
Call it Drink It.
Call it Drink It. All right, we've just
cross-marketing with the
Real Steel robot.
That's it. So we now own the drink product, Drink It, and the robot Drink It.
And it's cross-marketing, so people drink the drink and watch the...
the robot goes, when it's time for me to get my robot into the ring, I drink it.
Yeah,
now, I got a
robot
question
on the
guys.
can.
Yeah. I got a question for you guys and the Fearless Gamers.
Okay.
Like I said, I saw that movie 4 times in theaters. That doesn't have to be theaters, but what movie, and it doesn't have to be a movie that went out in theaters, it could be direct to like DVD or whatever. What movie would you say you've watched the most? A movie that you can always pop in and watch it and not worry about it, and you saw it.
A film that you can watch over and over again, or a film that you have physically counted out have watched the most?
Not so much counted out, but which movie have you actually watched that you would say out of all the movies you own and whatnot, watched the most?
For me, that's a tie between Star Wars and my Godzilla collection. Those 2 films I've probably seen the most equally. In terms of number of times seeing in theaters, it was actually Episode 1. I saw that about 6 or 7 times in theaters.
Wow. Episode 1 is the one I've seen most in theaters also. I'm sorry, I was 14 at the time, and it was lightsabers. You all understand. I think the movie I've watched most is episodes 4, 5, and 6, and/or Hot Fuzz.
That's a good one.
I can watch that, I spent a year watching that once a week minimum.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. The movie I've seen the most in theaters was Batman Begins. I'm sure you guys remember that summer, I went to see that movie something like 15 times in the course of a month.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I went to see that movie way too many times. I spent a lot of money seeing that movie. However, the movie I think I've seen the most overall is John Carpenter's The Thing.
That's a good movie.
I spent a good 2 months while I was unemployed with that movie just on repeat.
It's true, I was there for
that.
that.
I started over.
When I first saw that film, I was like 6, 7, and my dad said, "Oh, hey, The Thing. Hey, son, we're going to watch this. It's about a giant carrot that kills people." And it was the John Carpenter version. And as soon as the dog thing changed, I was like, "That's not a carrot."
Yeah, there were no carrots at all.
Not a carrot, Dad. And I had nightmares. And the worst part was we were in a cabin in the woods. So I was just freaking out the whole night.
Was it cold out? Was it during the winter?
No, it was during the summer because we were sailing sailboats.
Well,
if it had been during the winter, I bet you would have been freaking out even harder.
Oh, yeah. I've seen a lot of John Carpenter's vampires, but the movie I saw the most in theaters that I can remember would have to be Transformers. When I worked in movie theater, because I brought all of you to see that.
You were working at a movie theater, yeah.
Yeah, so I saw it a lot. Not A, free, B, it was great. And the movie I would see overall was also the Transformers cartoon movie. I've watched that the most of anything.
That's a good movie.
That's why I was able to quote it once back.
The Transformers, the movie.
Quote it once. You and Biz went through the entire movie. That wasn't quoting the movie. That was being the movie.
Hey, listen, Transformers, the animated movie, the movie, that was, I watched that. There was in high school, there was a period of time when I used to hang out with a group of people, and we used to do the whole hang out the entire night thing, crash, wake up, and then go home. It was back-to-back Transformers, G.I. Joe movie.
Good combo.
So,
yep.
And then there was a lot of me just watching Transformers, and there was a lot of time in college, my second year of college, where it's Transformers on VHS.
Yep. Classic.
I've seen a lot of Star Wars, and for me to say that I've seen Transformers more than that is saying something. Because Starkler remembers a period of time when I was like, yeah, so this week I have it planned out. Episode 1, Episode 2, the Clone Wars cartoon, Episode 3, 4, 5, 6, rinse, repeat.
Yeah, no, you did that multiple times. You still do that.
Good.
Yes.
Which one?
The Gendy Tartakovsky one. We're not talking about the CG one.
Okay.
The first one.
Yeah, the original,
Yeah,
there were a couple of episodes of that where I was like, meh, but overall it was good.
I don't like Gendy Tartakovsky for bad reasons.
That's not true. I like him. The only show that he did that I...
He hated Samurai Jack.
The only show that I didn't like was Samurai Jack, but I enjoyed his other cartoons.
Oh, right. That's why I was confused. You don't like Samurai Jack for bad reasons.
He disagreed that it was for bad reasons. He said, yeah, I heard it.
That show was great.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't get into it. That was the one show I just didn't like that he did.
Fair enough.
That show was
But I still do that Star Wars stint. I do the stint of the Fast and Furious movies because I'm a bad person. And
Fast and the Furious. I've seen one, and that was enough for me.
I watch those a lot, and I watch Star Wars a lot, and I watch Transformers a lot, and then now Gundam stuff because I need my lightsabers and I need my beam sabers. Okay.
And with that, we are out of time.
No.
All right.
Yep. So, thank you all for watching, everybody. And, like I said, what movie have you watched a whole bunch, and what's a film you can watch over and over again without ever getting bored of it?
Yes.
And
no.
So, with that, this is Matt the Vet.
James the Wildcard.
The Stark Lord.
I like chocolate milk.
God.
Saying, take care.
Bye now.
Bye, guys.